lesson is lesson 2.7 in Everyday Math, which is using the turnaround rule with subtraction. Yesterday we used the turnaround rule with addition, and I want to just go over that really quickly before we talk about it for subtraction so that we can remember what the turnaround rule was. So let me go into our lesson real quick here, and I want to get my toolkit page first. I'm not going to start with the mental math yet for today's lesson. I want to start with my toolkit first. So we'll hold off on our bell ringer just for a second. I'm going to pull a domino up here. I just want to do a quick review talking about what we did yesterday with the dominoes so that we can remember the turnaround rule. Find me a domino. Oops, domino starts with D. These are in alphabetical order. Here we go. All right, here we go. Let me do like these. Let me do like the 5s. Let's do like this domino. Okay, so let me make this domino a little bit bigger here. All right. What is one turnaround fact that I could use for this domino? Friends at home, can you see that domino? Move you a little bit closer. There we go. What's one of the turnaround facts, or one of the addition facts that I can create with this domino? Levi, do you want to give it a try since you just watched our lesson from yesterday?
Yeah.
What's one of the adding facts that I can create with this domino?
5 plus 3.
Right, 5 plus 3, because I have 5 dots on one side plus the 3 dots on the other side, which would equal how much, Levi?
8.
8, very good. So 5 plus 3 equals 8 is one fact that I can make with this domino. Valerie, do you remember the other one?
3 plus 5.
Right, I could take the domino, like I could turn it around and have 3 plus 5, which would also equal 8. Remember, it doesn't matter what direction the addends are in, the two numbers that you're adding together. You could have it be 5 plus 3, it's going to equal 8. 3 plus 5 is going to equal 8. Let me pull another domino up here. Gwen, did you have a question?
No, that was for the domino.
You were going to tell me the same answers? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me pull up one of these. Let's do a... Ooh, this has got lots of dots. All right, here we go. Friends at home, can you see that one too? Okay. What is one fact, one addition fact that we can have for this domino? Gwen, you want to give it a try?
5 plus 8.
5 plus 8? Not quite.
Or 9.
Not quite. I'll come back to you. Okay? Think in your brain a little bit more. Timmy, do you have an addition fact that we can do with this one?
5 plus 7 equals 11.
5 plus 7 is the addition fact, but it does not equal 11. So why don't you figure out how much 5 plus 7 equals? Start with 7 and count 5 more, or start with 5 and count 7 more.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
So 5 plus 7 is what?
12.
12, right. We could do 5 plus 7 equals 12, or Gwen, we could do...
8 plus 5.
No, we can't do 8, because we have 5 on one side and 7 on the other side.
7.
7 plus 5 equals what?
12.
12. Very good. Okay? So the turnaround rule is basically you can use the same numbers that you're adding together and just turn them around. 7 plus 5 is the same as 5 plus 7. 3 plus 4 is the same as 4 plus 3. 2 plus 8 is the same as 8 plus 2. So now for today, however, we're going to see if we can use the turnaround rule when it comes to subtraction. So let me close this out real quick. And we're going to get started in our bell ringers first, so our brains are warmed up. So here we go. Today's lesson is talking about using subtraction with the turnaround rule. So let's see what our first bell ringer is. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, too bad Logan's not in here. Logan has 4 red tomatoes and 8 yellow tomatoes. How many tomatoes does he have in all? You might want to give that a try. Logan has 4 red tomatoes and 8 yellow tomatoes. How many tomatoes does he have in all? What do you think, Alina?
12.
12? I think there's a little answer here. Let me see. Oh, it didn't give me my little answer, but yes, there are 12 tomatoes in all. How did you figure that out?
I counted by 2.
Okay, what kind of math problem did you do? Did you add or did you subtract?
Add.
You added. And what numbers did you add together?
4.
Plus? Right, 4 plus 8. So your number model would have been 4 plus 8. Very good. Okay, here we go. Next one. Maybe? All right, here we go. I think it's over to the side again. Ding, 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 ding. Ah, this is a little bit trickier. Gavin has 8 red grapes and 13 green grapes. Listen to the question before you raise your hand. How many more green grapes than red grapes does he have? Gavin has 8 red grapes and 13 green grapes. How many more green grapes than red grapes does he have? I'll get my pen ready for this one. Anybody want to give that one a try? Zayden, you want to give that one a try?
5.
5? How did you figure that out?
Because 8 and then 13. You get 8 and then you add and then you don't keep counting till you get to 13.
So you had to count a mystery number until you got to 13. Why did you know to count for a mystery number till you got to 13?
Because I thought 8 was and because 8 is before 9 and whenever you and because whenever 9 and then you have 13 you have to subtract.
Did it ask how many he had in all?
No.
No, it did not ask how many does he have in all. It actually asked how many more of the green did he have than the red. So we didn't need to add them all together, because that's not what the question was asking us to do. It was asking us to find the difference between the green grapes and the red grapes. And when I say difference in math class, I'm not talking about how green and red are different colors. I'm talking about the answer to a subtraction problem. So they were looking for the difference between green and red. So how you did it is you started at 8 and you counted up a mystery number until you got to 13. Great. There's another way we could have figured this one out. Anybody know the other way we could have figured this one out? Alina, what do you think?
You could have had 5 with it?
Nope, because we didn't know we had 5. That's what we needed to figure out. He has 5 more green grapes than he has red. But how could we have also figured it out? We could have started at 8 and counted up a mystery number till we got to 13, but we didn't know what that number was in the beginning. How else could we have done that, Jamie? I'm sorry. No, it's not asking us how many there are in all. We could have started at 13 and counted down a mystery number till we got to 8. We could have done it either way, Levi. So if you decide you like to count up, that's fine. You could have counted up, or you could have started at the bigger number and counted down. Either one would have given you the same mystery number of 5. You had 5 more green grapes than red grapes. All right, let's try one more. All right, here we go. Sliding it over. Oops, not. Ding, 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 ding. Nope. Ding, 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 ding. Ah. Johann has 7 raisins in his hand and some in a baggie. He has 16 raisins in all. How many raisins are in Johann's baggie? Johann has 7 raisins in his hand and some in a baggie. He has 16 raisins in all. How many raisins are in Johann's baggie? Give you a second to think about that one. Derek, go ahead. You can put your headphones away. All right. Let's see. Who thinks they know? Kaden? Okay, if your hand was up, I thought you had an answer ready to go. Jamie? No. It's not 23. Jamie, is it asking you to tell me how many raisins he has in all? No. It's asking you to tell me how many are in his baggie. So he has 7 in his hand, and in a bag he has some. We don't know how much there is in that bag. We know he has 16 altogether, though. So we have to figure out how much is that sum of raisins that's in the bag. How many of those 16 raisins are in the bag? Alina? Not 8. Zayden. 9. Zayden, how did you figure that out?
Because
Tim. Isaac here.
I know because if you would get 7 and I counted.
So you started at the 7. Whoops, let me get my pen. And then what did you do?
I counted until I got to 16.
So you counted up at mystery number again, right?
Yeah.
Until you got to 16 because you knew you had 16 in all. So you just had to figure out how many were in that bag. Okay? So you could have, if you like to count up, you could have started with 7 that he had in his hand and counted until you got to 16, which would equal 9 raisins. Or if you are a person who likes to backwards count or count down, you could have started with the 16 raisins that he had in all and either counted down a mystery number till you got to 7, or you could have counted down the 7 until you got the mystery number. Either way, you would have found that he had 9 raisins in his bag. These are the kinds of problems that we're going to be practicing today. So, what I'd like you to do right now is you're going to get out your math journal, your math book, and you're going to turn to page 31. Now, Valerie, I know you're not there with your math book, and that's fine. But, Valerie, do you by any chance have a piece of paper that you could write on, that you could show answers for? Because I'm going to put the math page up here on the board so you could still see it, but you could still write your answer maybe on a piece of paper if you have it. Okay.
31.
Page 31 in your math journal. 31, page 31. It's going to look like this. Oops. Is it going to give me page 31? There. Looks like this. Page 31. Okay. On page 31, do you have a question before we get started, Logan? Yes. On page 31, we have, it says number stories. We've done number stories before. Remember, those are math problems that have words and numbers in them. We call them number stories because they have numbers, stories because they have words, okay? So it's a mix of numbers and words together. What they want you to do is write a number model, which is just a fancy way of saying a math problem, to match this number story. They're going to give you the number story. You just have to write a math problem that matches this number story. Jessica has 2 dogs and 8 goldfish. How many pets does she have in all? So you have space right here on the line. Jose, you don't have to announce it. You have space right here on the line. Or in your case, Valerie, you could just write it on a piece of paper. Write a number model or a math problem that goes along with this number story. Jessica has 2 dogs and 8 goldfish. How many pets does she have in all? And when you're done, friends at home, hold it up for me so I can see. Thank you, Yanessa, and thank you, Valerie, and thank you, Jake. You leave it open. Thank you for closing your book. I'll leave it open. Just go write your number model. I'm going to call on some friends to tell me what their number model was, and they're going to be able to explain to me how they got their number model. I might even call on friends at home. So hopefully friends at home can tell me how they got their number model. Gwen, do you have a question?
I thought that was for like the questions for this.
No, not yet. I'm giving people like another, I don't know, 30 seconds or so to write the math problem. Kinsley, I still need to see yours. And Rosemary Mackenzie, I still need to see yours. When you have it written out, hold it up for me. Thanks, Mackenzie. Tim, do you have a question? No. Do you have a question? Okay, you need to write the number model. Did you write the math problem? Write the math problem. That's what the directions are, to write the math problem that goes along with this number story. All right, now, let's see what kind of number models we came up with this. Jake, since you were the first one to hold up your book, can you explain to me what your number model was, please? Okay, how did you figure that out, Jake? Jake, I want to hear your answer, hon. Okay, what about them? How did you know what to do with them? Okay, Jake, that's why, honey, I really want you to be working on these problems so you can explain your work. Just like we do in spring math when we're in here, you can explain your math problem and how you got to it, okay? One of the number models is 2 plus 8 equals 10. There are 2 dogs and 8 goldfish. But how do we know to add together 2 plus 8 equals 10? How do we know to add that together? Yanessa, how do we know to add that together, honey? Well, you could count up 2, but how do we know to add that together? Tim, how do we know to add it together?
You have 2, you make up 8 more than 10.
Right, but how do we know to add it together? What is the question asking us to find out? Alina, what is the question asking us to find out? I'll read it again. It says Jessica has 2 dogs and 8 goldfish. How many pets does she have in all? What's the question asking us to find out?
To add up 2.
The question is asking us to figure out how many she has in all. Okay? So the question is asking us how many we have all together. So that's how we know we need to add them together. So one of the ways we can do that is 2 plus 8 equals 10. Is there another way that I could have figured out how many she has in all? Jamie? I can do 8 plus 2 equals 10. I could use the turnaround rule. 2 plus 8 equals 10 would be exactly the same as 8 plus 2 equals 10. I can turn the addends, or the 2 numbers that we add together, around and still get the same kind of answer. Okay? Let's try another one. I wrote some other ones up here on our board. Oh, I think I did. I hope it's saved because I closed it out. I wonder if when I closed it out, it got rid of it. It will not be in a page. There's the one that they had. Oh, nope. Okay. I'll write one real quick then because I knew when I clicked on the screen it did disappear, which I had a feeling it would, but I was kind of hoping it would save it. Okay. Let's say Cam has 9 strawberries.
Oh, I love strawberries. Oh.
He has 4 blueberries. How many berries does Cam have in all? All right, so before you write anything, and you'll have space at the bottom of your page that you can write, but before you write anything, first of all, what is this problem asking us to find? This problem is asking us to look for what, Levi? Cam has 9 strawberries. He has 4 blueberries. How many berries does Cam have in all? What is this problem asking us to look for?
The number.
The number of what?
Addition.
Okay, it's asking us to add, but what are we going to add? We're trying to figure out what.
We're going to add 4.
But what are we trying to figure out?
We're trying to figure out how many we have in all.
There you go. That's what I'm looking for. We're trying to figure out how many berries does he have, right?
Yes.
So, we need to do what then to figure that out, Levi?
Count that up by.
Well, we need to add those two numbers together, right?
Yep.
Okay, so towards the bottom or middle of your page, I want you to write a number model that could match this number story. Write a number model that could match that number story. Cam has 9 strawberries. He has 4 blueberries. How many berries does Cam have in all? Write down a number model that could match that number story. Number model is just a fancy way of saying math problem. Gwen, do you have a question or are you ready to share?
I have a question.
Okay, what's your question, sweetie?
Do we have to write the words that you
No. You don't have to write the words. Just write the number model, the math problem that goes along with this story.
Oh.
You don't have to write all the words. Just the number model, the math problem that could go along with this story. Katie, do you have a question?
Yes, like you're supposed to make a number model, like does it turn around?
It can turn around, possibly. You're going to write a number model that matches this story. So you write a math problem that can match this number story.
Like 1 or 2.
You could just write one right now. If you feel brave and you want to do them both, by all means, you could do them both. Okay? Thank you, Valerie. Friends at home, when you have those number models written out, let me see them, please. Thank you, Yanessa. Thanks, Jake. Kinsley, do you have yours ready to show me? Do you have yours ready, Mackenzie? Can I see yours, please? Thanks, Mackenzie. Throw that away. Not a toy. Throw it in the garbage now. Even the piece that fell on the floor. Thank you. All right, what is one number model that would go along with this story? Because there's actually 2 number models that we could have for this story. What is one number model, Derek, that could go along with this story? 9 plus 4, which would equal what, Derek?
13.
Right, 9 plus 4 equals 13. There's one number model that could go along with this story. What's the other number model that could go along with this story, Jamie? 4 plus 9 equals 13 could also go along with this story, okay? Cam has 9 strawberries, 4 blueberries. How many berries does he have in all? We could say 9 plus 4 equals 13. Or we could do the turnaround rule and do 4 plus 9 equals 13. Do you have a question, Tim? No, we can't do that because we have to use the 2 numbers that we have in our number story. We don't want to just come up with other numbers. Okay, now let's see if we can use the turnaround rule when it comes to subtraction. So, I'm going to close this out for a second and bring up my screen here. That was the blank screen I was looking for. I knew I had a blank screen somewhere, but that's okay. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example of a subtraction number story. If we are subtracting, is the number going to get bigger or is the number going to get smaller? If I'm subtracting, which direction is it going to go? Yanessa, what do you think? Yeah, it's going to get smaller. The number is going to go down because I'm taking something away. When you subtract, you're taking something away. Maybe not really like picking it up and taking it away, but you're counting down, or the number should be getting smaller. So here's a subtraction number story. Marco had 9 carrots. He gave 3 carrots to Amy. How many carrots did Marco have left? Now, friends at home in here, we should still have some space on our number story page that we can do some writing. So let's see if we can write a number model that would go along with this. Marco had 9 carrots. He gave 3 carrots to Amy. How many carrots did Marco have left? See if you can write a quick number model or a math problem that goes along with this number story. Do you have a question, Gwen?
Do we write that on the paper?
Yeah, you should still have a little bit of space down here towards the bottom of your paper that you could write a number model or a math problem that goes with this. Let's see if we can come up with a number model that goes along with this story. Thank you, Valerie. Jake, can you move yours down a little bit? There we go. Thank you, Jake. I'll give you another maybe 30 seconds or so to come up with a number model that goes along with this story. Remember, if it is a subtraction number story, that means it's getting smaller. So you should make sure that the number you end with is smaller than the number that you start with. Because with subtraction, we actually take things away. Maybe not pick it up and take it away, but it gets smaller. It's like counting backwards. Okay, what is a number model that can go along with this number story? Derek, do you want to give it a try?
9 minus 3 equals 6.
Okay, good. 9 minus 3 equals 6. Fantastic. Did anybody have a different number model that could go along with this number story? Mackenzie, what number model did you have? I'm going to use a different color so I can write different ones.
3 minus 9 equals 6.
3 minus 9 equals 6. Okay. Did anybody else have a different number model to go along with this story? All right. Fantastic. I'm glad we have both of those number models there. This is awesome sauce. I'm excited to do this. I get to use some sticks. Normally I'd have us have counters and things like that. We can't use those this year, but here we go. Okay. So Marco had 9 carrots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here we go. He has 9 of these carrots, right? Wow, he's got a lot of carrots.
Yep.
He must like his carrots. That's good. They're healthy for him. Okay, here he has 9 carrots, right? He's going to take 3 of those carrots away. 1, 2, 3. He has 6 carrots left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Fantastic. Now, let's try our other number model that we have here. Okay, Marco has 3 carrots. He's going to take 9 carrots away. Can I take 9 carrots away from my 3 carrots?
Yes.
Well, it's either yes or it's no.
Yes.
Can I take 9 away if I only have 3 to start out with?
No.
I cannot. No, I cannot. I don't have enough. So can I use the turnaround rule when it comes to subtraction?
Yes.
No. I cannot turn those numbers around. I cannot use the turnaround rule for subtraction at all. You want to know why that is?
Why?
Because in subtraction, you always, always, always have to start with the biggest amount because you're taking away. You can't take away something big from something small. 3 is a small number.
Yeah.
I can't take 9 away from it because it is too big. There's no way I can take 9 from something I don't have 9 of to even begin with. I have to have more than 9 to be able to take that 9 away. And I don't have more than 9, do I? I don't even have 9 to be able to take that 9 away. So in subtraction, I cannot use the turnaround rule. All right, let me go to another one. Next screen here. Let's see what we can do with this one. All right, here we go. Here's our friend Joe. He had 15 pencils. He lost 4 pencils. How many pencils does Joe have now? Show me a number model that can go with this story. Joe had 15 pencils. He lost 4 pencils. How many pencils does Joe have now? You should still have some space on your number story page that you can write on. Thank you, Valerie.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
He had 15 pencils. He lost 4 pencils. How many pencils does Joe have now? Rosemary, I should see you holding up your book with your work too when you get them done, please. I should see you on my screen. Thank you, Mackenzie. Thank you, Jake. Thank you, Rosemary. Nessa Kinsley, when you get your trip down, hold it up for me, please. Oh, Yanessa, I can't see it because I can just see the bottom of your page. There we go. Thanks, Yanessa. Wait, do you have a question?
Are we allowed to use the turnaround
We're going to talk about that. We'll talk about that in just a second. So hold that thought right there in your brain. All right. Let's come up with a number model that goes along with this number story. Change my colors here. Okay, what's one number model that can go along with this number story? Levi.
I need to change
Okay, I thought you had your hand raised to give me an answer. Jose.
15 minus 4 equals 11.
15 minus 4 would equal 11. He had 15 pencils. He lost 4 of them. Maybe he dropped them on the bus or something. He has 11 pencils left. Any other number models that we could use with this number story? Zayden, what do you think?
4 minus 15 equals 11.
All right. 4 minus 15 equals 11. Okay. Any other number models that we might have go along with this?
No.
Do you have another number model, Levi? Subtraction number story?
James have 11 straws.
Okay.
Minus 6.
We're talking about this one right here. Do you write a number model that goes along with this story up here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Minus 1.
So what was the number model that you came up with?
James lost 6 pencils. How many do they have in all?
Okay, well, I don't see the number 6 in our problem at all, so I can't use one that has the number 6, okay? All right, so Joe had 15 pencils. I'll start with our first one, 15 minus 4. See if I can hold them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, so he had a bunch of pencils here, 15 of them. And he lost 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So those 4 went away. He should have 11 pencils left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, good. So we could do 15 minus 4 equals 11. Now, let's try the 4 minus 15 equals 11. I'll pick these 4 up right here. And I'll start with 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, let's take 15 away. 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh. Can I take 15 away?
No way, Jose.
No way, Jose. No, I cannot take 15 away from 4 of them. Can I? No. I cannot use the turnaround rule for subtraction. Why can I not use the turnaround rule for subtraction? What do I always have to start with when I do my subtraction, Angelina?
You always have to start with a greater number, because if you do the turnaround rule for minus, then you can't do it
smaller number?
Taking a greater number, which wouldn't work.
Fantastic. Great answer, Angelina. Exactly correct. You have to start with a bigger number. You have to start with a bigger number because you're taking something away. And you can't take something big from something that is small. So if you start with something small, like 4, you cannot take the bigger number, 15, away from it. So you always, always, always have to start with the bigger number. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Let's try one more here. Sarah had 4 cookies. Cookies. She ate 3 cookies. How many cookies does Sarah have now? You should still have a little bit of space left on your book or on the page if you're writing on a page. Write a number model that matches that story. Yes, Gwen?
If you write the small turnaround rule on those other ones, can you just erase it?
Or just put an X through it. Yep, if that helps you. Sarah had 4 cookies. She ate 3 cookies. How many cookies does Sarah have now? See what kind of number models, math problems we can come up with this one. Thank you, Valerie.
Oh.
Friends at home, when you have it, hold it up for me, please. Thanks, Mackenzie. Thanks, Jake. You can keep your hands down. I'm still giving people a chance to write. I will call on people in just a second. Rosemary, I only see the edge of your book, huh? Can you hold it up a little bit more? All I could see was the edge of the paper. Thanks, Rosemary. Vanessa and Kinsley, when you have them done, kind of hold them up so I can see them. Thanks, Vanessa. Thanks, Kinsley. Okay. What is a number model that goes along with this story? Who would like to volunteer their number model? Jamie. Okay, 4 minus 3 equals 1 is one number model for the story. Any other number models that we can have for this number story? Jose, your hand is so high in the air, I'm afraid it's going to reach the ceiling. Jose, what other number model do you have for this story?
3 minus 4 equals 1.
3 minus 4 equals 1? All right. Any other number models that could go with this story? Did you have another one, Levi?
No.
Or did you have the same as Jose?
I had it. Same as Jose.
Same as Jose? The 3 minus 4 equals 1? Okay. All right, so here we go. 4 cookies. I wish I had some cookies. Then I would really eat them, but then we would be in trouble because then we wouldn't have anything left. Okay, so Sarah had 4 cookies. She ate 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. She has 1 cookie left over, right? Fantastic. Now, Sarah had 3. If I look at my second number model, Sarah had 3 cookies. All right, she's going to eat 4 of them. 1, 2, 3.
4. No.
Can I take 4 away?
No.
No. Why can't I take 4 away, Tim?
Because there's 3 in that. If you take away 4, there will be 0.
There wouldn't be 0.
No, there will be 0.
Nope, there won't be 0. Actually, there won't be 0. It actually would be a negative number, but we don't do negative numbers in 2nd grade. Levi, why can't I take 4 away?
Because there's 1 less than 4.
Because we're starting with a number smaller than 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we are starting with a number smaller than 4, we cannot take 4 away from it.
Yeah.
We have to have a number bigger than the number that we're taking away.
Yep.
So since I have 3 cookies in my hand now, I cannot take 4 of them away. So the only number model that would match my number story for this would be 4 minus 3 equals 1, because we cannot use the turnaround rule in subtraction. It does not work that way, my friends. Okay. All right, let me close this out real quick. I am going to show you what is for our homework tonight.
I gave that myself again.
Oops, I skipped ahead too far in my book. Give me a second here.
I do.
let me close this out here. No, I do not want to save that. I do not want to save that. I do not want to save that. Oops. All right, let me go back into my lesson here. And I will find our homework for tonight. Skippity skip skips. All right. Here we go. So tonight's homework will be home link 2-7 because we just did lesson 2, or unit 2, lesson 7. And it's talking about the turnaround rule. So it said today we continue to explore the turnaround rule. We created some subtraction number stories and we realized whether or not the turnaround rule would actually work for subtraction, and we figured out that the turnaround rule does not work for subtraction. We cannot take something big away from something small. So the turnaround rule does not work. So what they're going to do for this home link is you have a number story that they give you. They want you to show 2 number models that can match the number story for number 1. And then for number 2, you have to finish the number sentences by filling in the blanks and then show the turnaround number sentence that would match it. Okay? So 2 number models for the first one. Fill in the blanks on these number sentences first, and then do the turnaround number sentence beside it. Yes, Gwen?
So do you do it like in words?
No. This will be numbers. Because it says number sentence and not number story, it can just be numbers. So it's just a fancy way of saying math problems. Show me the 2 math problems here that would go along with this. Finish these 2 math problems, and then show me the turnaround rule that would go with those 2 math problems here. Yes, Gwen?
So you write the 2 for the first one and the 2 for the second one.
Right. You have to solve these 2 here first, though, before you can write the turnaround rules, though. Okay? You have to fill in the missing numbers first. Then there's some facts to practice. I'll give you a hint. We're still practicing doubles, facts, and combinations of 10s.
What?
So there's some facts to practice to help us remember our doubles, facts, and combinations of 10. So, any question on tonight's homework? Yes, no, maybe so? Gwen?
Well, it sounds easy.
Yeah, it is easy, actually. Yanessa, do you have a question on tonight's homework? You can do your homework now. Just send it to me when it comes out through Seesaw. You can do that now. That's fine.
But it's not
That's your choice. We can't do it here in school now because we have to actually leave school to go home to do homework at home. Right?
That rhymes.
But since you are already at home, you could if you wanted to, and then just send it to me later. That works. Okay? Any other questions? Logan?
What page is it?
It will be home link 2-7 because we did lesson 2-7.
So
Jose.
what's the number on the
I don't know because the number on this page is different than the number that's in your book.
Wait,
I'm sorry, Jose's asking a question. Jose, do you have a question about our math homework?
Yes. Can we do this by ourselves?
You should be doing your math homework by yourself. Yes.
Okay. Did I do
Yeah.
it always by myself? When
Yeah.
I want to do it right
Yeah, you should be doing it by yourself. Maybe have mom or dad check it to make sure that you have everything filled in.
Yeah, that's what mine.
But you should be doing it by yourself. Yes. It shouldn't. Mom or dad should not do it for you. You do it and then just say, "Mom, can you make sure I have it done?"
My dad just reads the directions.
Yeah, reading the directions, that's a great thing for mom or dad to help you with, but you do the work part of it. Yes, Gwen?
I have the adults at my daycare check my homework to make sure that I can send it to you.
Yeah, yep, exactly. But you do the writing part on it, which is what we should do. All right. Yanessa, did you have a question?
No.
Okay. All right, friends, make sure you go into extra math. So, Valerie, you can go into extra math too since you're at home. Remember, you can go in through the pink square with the blue owl in it, Valerie, and Clever, and that's how you can find your extra math in there, okay? Yeah, that's what's your question, sweetie? Okay, to get into extra math, if you haven't already gotten in there, go into Clever, and in Clever you will see a pink square with a blue owl in it that says, I think, D. Tucker.
Yeah, it is.
When you tap on that owl, when you tap on that blue owl in the pink square, there will be two things that come up. One of them is a yellow and gray X that says extra math, okay? So you can tap on that extra math X, and it will take you through some fact practice. Capiche? All right, fantastic. Friends, I hope I'll see you a little bit later for closing circle. Have a good rest of your afternoon. All right, and we can go ahead and put this in our desks, and we will do our spring math. Put your iPad away, Levi. Your iPad should be in the pocket in the back of your chair. Shouldn't be on your desk or in your desk at all. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad, Levi. I apologize. You're right. You're right. Levi, Angelina, Lena, Jose, and Valerie can get their iPads out. I forgot. Because you are doing extra math and math seeds first. Now, tomorrow, those of you that your names are on the board, tomorrow you will be doing spring math with us. Because we check in once a week to make sure that we still know the skills for spring math. Okay? Then maybe you will do extra math and math seeds next week. Maybe you will not. It will just depend. All right? Jamie, go ahead and put that math book away. Tim, go ahead and put that math book away. All you need out right now is a pencil. You set this over here. Katie, can you zip that back a little bit? Thank you. So I can put this right here. Fantastic.
I like spring math.
I like spring math.